He was awesome. He was nice, he was always happy, he was always a team builder, he was good at sports. It was just super fun. Even when he was in his wheelchair, he was amazing. He was our assistant coach.
He would usually be the one standing on the sidelines cheering us on. Yeah, he was pretty inspiring.
He was always upbeat and willing to pick a kid up when he was down or pat a kid in the back when he did something well. So he was a perfect teammate and quite a good coach for us his last year here. It's been nice to have 10 or 11 Tuckers every year.
So many people have showed up and told me what Tucker meant to their child, what Tucker meant to them. So when your child's being honored like that and you realize he has made an impact on lives, then he had a recipe for success. And my job for the last 8 months of starting this nonprofit has been channeling his recipe into action. How do I create it so that more kids can play? How do I create it so there's more diversity when kids play? How do I take money out of the equation so everyone can play sports?
Play, laugh, love comes from kids should be able to play every day, laugh with each other and adults every day, and feel loved every day. Sadly, in this world, that is not always available for every child, and so Tucker was not okay with that. If he saw a child in need or a child who needed a buddy, he was right there. So we wanted to carry that forward. So Play, Laugh, Love was born out of truly Tucker's existence. I mean, that is what that boy did. He had a smile on his face all the time, even in his worst days at the hospital.
So on a Wednesday night, I got a text from Tucker's then hockey coach. He missed tryouts with cancer, but he asked Tucker to be his assistant coach on the bench that Saturday night. He was going to be in the hospital getting chemo until Saturday morning, but he's like, absolutely, I'm going to tell him yes. Tucker was honored. He could hardly fall asleep that he was going to get to coach with a coach he respected and coach his favorite, players. So Thursday, the orthopedic surgeon came into Tucker's room and told him the news that his right leg would be amputated far above the knee. That let out a scream no mother should have to hear. And his first words were, "But I'm a hockey player." That was still settling in. We checked out on Saturday with a very distraught little 9-year-old boy. Found out that what he thought of his life was going to be, I thought, over. I was still grieving, and I said, you know what, we don't need to go to the game tonight. We're going to just tell the coach that you're sick, that the chemo wiped you out, and you don't need to go, because he knew he would never step on the ice again. He would definitely never play with these boys again, and even if we found sled hockey, he would never be a Hopkins hockey player again. And he looked at me and he wiped his tears and said, "But Mom, I have to go. That's my team. You show up for your team." And I didn't even want to go. And I said, wow, you teach your son something, he's only 9 years old, and he gets the concept that you show up for your team. And one of his favorite things, we would cuddle in on the couch, Tucker and I, every NHL All-Star weekend, and we would watch the skills competition. And he always had a goal of being in the wild. He had the goal of playing like the big kids. And he reminded me, I thought of why do you have to wait to do what the big kids are doing? So that was this concept and this explosion. Right now we have 42 high school kids pretending that they're TJ Oshie or Jason Zucker or Ovechkin, and they are down doing the exact competition and having fun, and coaches are on the sidelines just laughing and enjoying it. Teams from all different cities are playing together, and they're just loving the sport of hockey. They're loving playing, and they're laughing. And because we're all wearing orange through the event, everyone's feeling Tucker's love, and it's growing.